Here with Tom Fitzgerald. 4 years ago, Fitz, we were here in studio. Backdrop of COVID, first big statewide election. Winsome Earl Sears shocked Virginia just as Jason Miyares did and Glenn Youngkin did. And you said aptly she's going to be the front runner for this seat in 4 years.
Well, it's part and parcel of the way the system works in Virginia as well, too, because you only get one 4-year term at a time. I think probably as we sit here right now, that kind of conjecture is probably moving in, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but in Jason Miyares' direction tonight as we look 4 years from tonight. But let's not get there just yet. You know, I think one of the big stories, you know, as we try to write this immediate history of what happened here tonight was that Abigail Spanberger's victory and coattails, if we still have coattails these days, I don't really know if anybody does, but were so large that it enabled Jay Jones to overcome what in most circles was viewed as probably a fatal flaw of his own making. But yet, despite that tech scandal, the size of Spanberger's victory tonight was still able to even lift up Jay Jones, and even Jay Jones couldn't stop Jay Jones with this. You know, we're talking about 13
points
margin
there.
right now.
Looks like 13,
sizable.
13 in that race, 10 for the lieutenant governor. We're at about 5 for the AG, but also in Virginia, and we'll dive into this a little bit more later on, but we have to talk about House of Delegates. Major gains there for Democrats tonight.
And you know, you and I were talking about this a little bit earlier tonight. A lot of people are looking at the New Jersey's governor's race saying, oh, is that a referendum on Donald Trump? And they're looking at the Virginia, gubernatorial race saying, oh, is that referendum on Donald Trump? I've really felt all day long and heading into tonight that the Virginia House of Delegates is going to really be a more accurate preview of next year's midterm elections. And, ultimately because, in the short term, Jim, we've been reporting on this special session that's been going on. Virginia Democrats want to, redistrict the state. They're targeting those 5 Republican congressional seats that's been going on all over the country. That's going to move forward now because of what happened tonight. A pickup, I think we're at over 10 right now and heading towards a supermajority.
Going from 51 to 49 to whatever it may be. We're going to keep talking about this later on. Fitz's going to come back. We'll talk more about this on the Final Five. But Angie, back over to you.